If you look at the recycling hierarchy that's behind me, that's reduction of waste is also is reduction in terms of the amount of resources you're using or the waste you're producing is number one in the hierarchy. That makes the most economical sense. If you can avoid overuse of resources to begin with, that comes into product design, how you manufacture something, being smart about how you're using the resource in the first place. Second in the hierarchy is reuse, so reusing the material. That would be repairing the pallets or recycling the metal, etc. But that does take more energy and costs money. And then recovery would be recovering the energy, and then landfill is right at the bottom. So that is the hierarchy.
Design for circularity is an absolute must, and that's something we train all our designers to practice in their design processes, and the design for manufacture feeds into that as well. So with regards to how we practice it from that design point of view, it's embedded in all our people.
While we define the supply chain and discussing with OEMs and end-of-life recyclers to ensure feedstock and to mitigate the risk, while ensuring the quality of the manufacturing and processes are of highest quality by ensuring that we have internal quality standards and criteria threshold to mitigate ensuring the end product is of the highest quality.
So modularity is an important part of the whole circular economy process to be able to feed into that cradle-to-cradle process, because that is what creates a full circular economy cycle.
The first things we did was a bit of an analysis in terms of the inputs and the outputs.
We're able to monitor the use of materials, the use of our machinery. Our machinery selection is centred around sustainability, and we can also monitor all the aspects of waste within the company and reduce those aspects of waste.
From the beginning, we've been committed to ensuring that we are using 100% recycled materials only, so no virgin materials or additives or anything like that.
We've also put in 100 kilowatts of solar to reduce our power costs.
We use recycled materials where we can.
We also harvest about 1 million litres of rainwater. We've got 1 million litres of rainwater storage, and we use that to fill our water truck to water our haul roads when it's hot and dusty in summer. We use it for our wheel wash. We use it for flushing our toilets, washing trucks, etc. So that saves us, again, a lot of money.
In a nutshell, the key circular economy practice we implemented was that of turning plastic waste into functional items. We began by producing products for ourselves, and then we went on to start producing products for other local businesses as well.
You use a lot of foam in manufacturing furniture, and you get a lot of foam offcuts. And one thing that we've done that works very well is the supplier of the foam picks up our offcuts, takes them back to their own premises, reconstitute them into crumbs, and then creates a product from those crumbs, much like carpet underlay, that we then incorporate back into our product.
We recycle any scrap, but we try and minimise the amount of scrap that we have, of course, because that's the whole idea, is to keep it out of landfill and keep it out of the whole recycle process. So we continue to use the material where we can.
Take fabric offcuts and shred them, and then create felt and reincorporate that felt into our furniture.
We wanted to focus very heavily on reuse and a long life. So we, made sure that we used very high quality materials that would support a long life.
Ensuring that the products that we're creating are of high value, and also ensuring that those products are recyclable again at end of life.
On the input side, we looked at our packaging. Most of our beer at the venue is sold in kegs, but for takeaway products, we have refillable bottles, and we ask our customers to pay a little bit more when they first buy the product, and then bring those bottles back for refilling after they've cleaned them.
We made sure that reuse was really first and foremost our main feature of the product and of the business.
So we began by repairing and reusing secondhand timber, secondhand pallets, And the products that evolved out of that included recycled landscaping mulch. So when you're repairing pallets or manufacturing pallets, you produce a lot of timber waste. We also collect large volumes of pallets and packaging from logistics companies, manufacturing companies, and then we pick out the ones that are worth repairing, and then the rest gets mulched. So that created a whole new market for mulch.
Product recovery, so reupholstery, customer can send the product back for reupholstery.
We also wanted to offer repurposing options. The glass is recyclable, the base is recyclable, but the base, we love seeing it when we've got customers who plant beautiful succulents in it and use the base as a gorgeous little pot plant. So we love that sort of innovation and creativity. It looks fabulous, and we certainly encourage that, and we talk to our customers about really lovely ways that they can repurpose.
That mulch, it gets shredded. We have magnets that go through the mulch to pick out all the metal. The metal goes off to the metal recycler. So basically nothing goes to waste.
So on the output side, there's our spent grain from the brewing process is taken to farms, a local farm, and also some of it's retained to make into dog treats for our patrons.
We've installed a bioenergy plant. So we got some funding from Sustainability Victoria. Instead of using gas to produce hot water, we use wood chip to produce the hot water, and it runs our pallet heat treatment kilns, and ours is the first running on bioenergy. So it produces enough heat to do all of our sterilisation heat treatment work. And we're also now doing contract drying. It's created a whole new business for us because we have cheap heat. And again, huge opportunity for us to grow a new division in the business.
We've ordered equipment that shreds the timber offcuts that we generate, and the shredded material will be extracted in two different loops. One's burnable and one's non-burnable timber. The burnable timber will then put through a briquetting machine, which will create small burnable briquettes. And our intention is to buy the burner that we can burn those briquettes in to generate heating for the offices.
We have treatment plants to treat our sewage, and then the grey water from that process is used to water our trees along the boundary. All of those initiatives, while being sustainable, actually also save us money. They make economic sense as well as environmental sense.